We're over a month into the college football season and we're almost at the halfway point. About a month from now, we're going to get our first batch of the college football playoff rankings, and that's when the season is really going to start heating up. As every week passes, we're starting to get a better understanding of which teams are still alive in the college football playoff discussion. Although the final playoff rankings are about 2 months away, here's how the 12-team college football playoff would look if the season were to end today. Before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel, so make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. In case you needed a quick reminder on how the new playoff format works, the 4 highest ranked conference champions will receive a first round bye. Then the highest ranked group of 5 team will earn a spot as well. After that, the next 7 highest ranked teams would get in. Hopefully all that makes sense, so let's get to the teams that would be in. As of right now, we're going to be looking at this based on the current AP poll standings, since that's all we really have to go off at the moment. Now, I get this in the comments every week, and I do understand that the AP poll doesn't mean anything when it comes to these playoff rankings, because they're not taking the highest ranked team from a conference based on their spot in the AP poll. They're taking whoever wins their conference championship. Clearly, I know that, and clearly, we don't know who's going to win the conference championship just yet, so for the sake of this video, that's why we're taking the highest ranked team in each conference. Now, if I were to guess, that's probably going to be who ends up winning the conference title game, but again, I do understand these playoff rankings aren't based off the highest ranked teams from these conferences, they are based on whoever wins the conference championship game. I just wanted to get that out of the way because there are a lot of comments every week that seem to think I don't understand that. Now, this week actually had our biggest shape-up that we've had in the top 12 since I started doing these videos a couple of weeks ago. We have a new number 1, and that goes to Alabama, who is currently the highest ranked SEC team. Staying in number 2, as they essentially have been every week, is Ohio State, who is currently the highest ranked Big Ten team. At number 3, we have Miami, who is currently the highest ranked ACC team. Now, this is when things get kind of juicy because we haven't really had a situation like this in previous videos. Iowa State is currently the highest ranked Big 12 team, so they come in at number 4. Now, this is pretty remarkable considering they're currently ranked number 16 in the AP poll, but as of right now, they're the highest ranked Big 12 team. Right behind them, they have BYU at 17 and Utah at 18. Now, I'm pretty certain by the end of the season, whoever's winning the Big 12 is likely going to be a top 12 team, but in case they're not, and let's say for example, whoever wins the conference does finish the season ranked 18th, well, then it's going to be like March Madness where we have a bid stealer. If Iowa State wins the Big 12 and they're ranked 16th, well, they're going to slide all the way up to 4, and that means a team that is ranked inside the top 12 that is probably deserving of a spot, well, they're going to slide out of the top 12 and ultimately get screwed. Again, by the end of the season, it's tough to imagine a Power 4 conference winner being ranked outside the top 12, but who knows, the way things are going, we easily could see a team ranked 16 slide their way into the top 4. Well, those are the first 4 teams that have a bye. Let's get to 5 through 12. Coming in at number 5 this week is Texas, who's been ranked number 1 the last couple of weeks. At 6, you have Tennessee. At 7, you have Georgia. At 8, you have Oregon. At 9, you have Penn State. At number 10, you have Missouri. At number 11, you have Michigan. And rounding out the top 12 is Boise State. Now, once again, as a friendly reminder, let's say Boise State finishes the season ranked 10th or 11th. They would get the 10th or 11th spot. They wouldn't be guaranteed for that number 12 spot. The group of 5 conference champion that's ranked the highest would only be number 12 if they are ranked outside of the top 12. That's something that a lot of people in the comments seem to think that I don't realize as well, but I do. Looking at our first 4 out, you have USC, Ole Miss, LSU, and Notre Dame. Now, something that all 4 of these teams have in common is that they already have 1 loss on the season. The fact that they already have a loss after the first month and they're still in the first 4 out, that bodes well for these 4 teams. As we've seen in years past, it's really beneficial to get those losses out of the way earlier in the year as opposed to later in the year. Now, if we look at the first 4 group of 5 teams out, nothing really changed from last week. We have UNLV, James Madison, and Navy, but hey, take a look at that. We have Army coming in as that final 4th team that's right there on the door knocking. If you look at the matchups right now, you would have number 5 Texas hosting number 12 Boise State. Number 6 Tennessee would be hosting number 11 Michigan. Number 7 Georgia would be hosting number 10 Missouri. Finally, number 8 Oregon would would be hosting number 9 Penn State. As I say every week, I really hope we don't get conference matchups in these playoff games, and the way things are shaping up right now, we currently have 2 with an all SEC matchup in Georgia and Missouri and an all Big Ten matchup in Oregon and Penn State. Still, these are 4 really good matchups that I would love to see. Before we get to the rest of today's video, I'd like to share with you guys how you can make the college football season more exciting and even win some money. I've partnered with Underdog Fantasy to bring you this amazing deal. If you download the Underdog Fantasy app and use promo code Harris, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. That's right, they're giving you up to $1,000 of free money. You can choose your favorite players from every game and decide whether or not they'll go higher or lower than their projections. So to add a little extra excitement to every game and win some money, make sure to use promo code Harris for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 at Underdog Fantasy. You guys can also sign up using the link in my description as well. Overall, if you take a look at the top 25, all 25, actually technically 26 of these teams are still alive in the playoff hunt. Even if you go down to the teams that are receiving votes, there are a number of one-loss or undefeated teams there, so they're all fighting for a playoff spot as well. I don't have the exact number in front of me right now, that would take a little bit too much work, but if I were to guess, we probably have something like 40 to 50 teams who are still technically alive in the playoff hunt. Now, that certainly wasn't the case last season or in years prior when only 4 teams get in. I know it seems like a long shot for a team that currently isn't ranked inside the top 25 to make the college football playoff, but it's more than possible. All these teams got to do is just continue to win every single week. I posted a video yesterday talking about teams that got eliminated from playoff discussion, and although it seemed like those teams didn't have much of a shot, if they would have won this past weekend, they still technically would have been alive in the college football playoff discussion. So no matter where your team currently is, if they have 0, 1, or even 2 losses as of right now, they're still technically alive in that college football playoff discussion. Like I said at the beginning of this video, we still have 2 months until the college football playoff committee decides the top 12, so I'm sure it might not look anything like it currently does. But who knows, at least this gives us a slight glimpse as to what we could potentially see 2 months from right now. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. What are your thoughts on the 12-team college football format? Do you like the way it works, or do you wish it was a different format with a different amount of teams? Also, who do you think the 12 playoff teams are going to be when it's all said and done 2 months from now? Do you think it's going to look anything like it does today, or do you think it's going to look completely different? Also, if there's a team that's currently ranked outside the top 25 that you think can make a playoff push, let me know who it is in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos all season long, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that confusing YouTube algorithm, and it helps share this video and my channel with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all in my next video.